For the first time in a few years, I'm going to be putting together a Tour de Fleece team for Spunky Eclectic. And Tour de Fleece is basically a spinning thing where we gather in teams and sort of compete. It's not really super competitive, not like Spinzilla is, but it's a little competitive, and we have fun, and we spin like crazy or not, depending on what our goals are, during the regular Tour de Fleece that's happening in France. So it starts on the 6th and ends, I think, on the 28th. My memory isn't super good. You're going to find that out throughout this whole episode because I'm not going to remember certain things, but they're all going to be down below in the blog. So details, links, more pictures, everything down below in the blog, because if you're interested in any of this or want to see more fiber stuff or yarn porn, down there. Click, click, click. I will make sure to put that all down there. I haven't written the blog post and done all the linking yet at the time that I'm filming the video, but before I put the video up, because as soon as I click done on the video, I'm gonna go over to my blog and I'm gonna write it all out and make sure everything is done, and the blog sort of mimics a little bit of what I've said in here for those that might be hearing impaired, because YouTube, while they try to do a good job on closed caption, it's not great. So everything will be down there in the blog post. So Tour de Fleece, we're putting together a team. I did my logo. You'll see that as the thumbnail on the main page here for YouTube, but that'll also be over on Ravelry. So the tour is run in our Ravelry group and on the Tour de Fleece Ravelry group. And we've been doing Tour de Fleece for a really long time, but haven't put together an actual team for a couple of years. And I'm excited to be doing this because, you know, this game is something that came about a long time ago, and we've been playing it for a long time, and I really enjoy it. We were doing more of an informal team just because of time constraints, but I don't care. I really want to do the team this year, and time be damned, I'm going to find the time, and it's going to happen. So we're doing it. We've got the team. The team logo will go up, and anybody that wants to use that as their avatar, they can do that. I'm going to be using it as my avatar, so you'll see it over on Ravelry. I'll make a link directly just to Ravelry, so you won't have to go to the blog if you don't want to. But I am suggesting you go to the blog because there's more information there. So my goal for Tour de Fleece is to spin from stash. Now, there was a few things that, while I have an epic size stash, a few new things that I felt needed to go in there. Now the tour starts on July 6th, so we needed new stash. And so there's a few things that I dyed recently, and a couple things that I bought from Spunky Eclectic, because even though I am Spunky Eclectic, it's a company. I try to treat it as separate. So some things, you know, once they hit the shelf, I do have to kind of buy them for myself. And so I have a couple things like that, and we've added them to our special stash. And I picked out 2 laundry size baskets of stash and new stash. And then I took a couple pounds out. I think everything I have isn't going to fit in the one basket. And I may go back through stash and move things around because it is so huge. I'll get spinning and I'll change my mind. But where I am right now and what is in the basket, and hopefully it's what's going to keep me occupied. First up is a new stash item. It's for the Rare Bit sweater by Amy Christoffers, and that'll be linked in the blog. So Juniper is the colorway for the main body of the sweater, and it's a ferrule with color up here, and we have little black dress, loophole, Hi-Ho Silver, and Natural. So that's going to be the thing. And if you see the picture, you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm thinking of when I'm talking about doing that. So I'm really excited to do this one. And it's just in a general wool blend because I haven't done that in a while and I really like that stuff. It's hardy, but soft enough to wear next to your skin. At least for me it is. And then I have some actual honest to goodness old stash. Not even kidding you on this one. This stuff is years old. Now, because it's the Spunky Eclectic team, everything is Spunky Eclectic. So everything I'm showing you here is a Spunky Eclectic product. And some of it will have links to it on the blog post, and some of it won't because some of it, as old clubs, just isn't available anymore. New clubs are available to club members. So we'll see. We'll talk about how all of that stuff works on the blog post if anybody's interested. So anyway, this is Tobacco Leaf and Little Black Dress and Calypso. And this, I'm not entirely sure what my thinking was when I dyed this, but it's been sitting on the shelf staring at me for a while because, you know, it didn't make it into deep hidden stash. It just sort of sat in a bag and just sat there. So I had some specific thing that I wanted to do with it, but I'm not sure what that is now. But anyway, what I decided to do with it is to put them together and make a marl. Look how pretty that is. I love it. It is going to be so, so beautiful. This is going to be a Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry. So pretty. A beautiful marl in these 3 colors. It's going to be dark, but I'm going to love it. Dark is my thing. So, there's that sweater. Then there's some Targhee from earlier in the year. I have 3 pieces, but I probably only need 2. I was going to do a pre-order on this for people. So I'll link to that so that you could have some of this too if you wanted more after club. So this is one of the things that I'll link to that we can do more of. I want to do a little shrug thing out of it, and I only spun 4 ounces, so I need 12 ounces total for the shrug. Then there's this that we just did this month for last month, May's Club. I can't show you June Club yet. It's dyed, it's waiting, I haven't spun it. I'm thinking that's gonna go into the basket too, but I can't show you yet. So this is May's Club, and it was Polworth, and I adore it. And I'm going to use it, this is the fiber that came, it's very mottled, and I stripped it out quite a bit to get the colors to blend like that, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. I showed a few pictures on Instagram of this, and I want to do a color episode. I'm not saying any more about it. I'm going to do a video, and it's going to be a long thing about color blending, color choices. It's taken me a while to work it up. It's coming. Anyway, I also have 4 ounces of this done, and this is Cheviot from a couple years ago. I love this. I was happy just doing this as a pair of socks, and then I realized I really wanted to do another crocheted octagon shawl. I did one for my daughter a few years back in Shetland, and it's so pretty and it's so lovely, and I just decided I really needed one for me, and that these colors, you know, I like the bright and I really love working with them, but you know, when I go to choose something, I'm gonna wear some of the more muted colors more often, probably. Yeah, unless it's orange or green. I tend to wear those more, but I'm gonna wear that a lot. I just know it. And so other old clubs, we have this one, which is BFL, and Merino Tencel, and think it's merino camel. I don't remember. I should have looked everything up and done the blog post first, but I didn't. So when you go to the blog post, if you want to know what these all are, they're going to be linked there. So that basket is pretty full, and I didn't put in the marl yet, and I didn't put these in. So all spring long, these colors are from the new spring line of colors. I try to do like a new bunch of colors every year, and so these are the ones I've been staring at and sort of hoping that people don't pick so that something can be mine. So as luck turned out, this kind of rainbowy bunch, which could be a sweater eventually, or a nice giant shawl maybe, or just use them separately. These are all BFL. And this one, starting here, we have Beach Party Bingo. And then this one is Maiden Hair. This one is Absinthe. And this one is Deep Breath. And then this one is Blue Twilight. So from the new stuff, new stash, this is the last piece of new stash. After this, I am going to try really hard not to add to my stash before July 6th. I make no promises after July 6th, but 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks is it? I think I can manage to not add new fiber to my stash from Spunky Eclectic. Yes, I know there's a lot of qualifications there, and sometimes I need that because I like my stash. I like having a good sized stash. I think it's important for happiness, or at least mine, because if there's something I want to spin and it's middle of the night, I can't sleep, I want to be able to go down into my basement where my stash is, open up the bucket of BFL and find the hot pink that I need, or the deep blue, or the green. It's comforting to know that I have something to choose from in my stash at almost any given time. And I am lucky to have a house that I can store this in. At some point I may not have that, and then I will have to work through my stash really, really fast or find somebody to take it. But at this time, I'm okay with it. So that's it. All the details for our team for Tour de Fleece are going to be down below in the blog and in Ravelry. So there'll be an extra link today. It'll link to Ravelry group and the Ravelry information. It'll link to the blog, and the blog will have all the information and some pictures of the fibers so you have an idea of what I'm using, and you can hold me to it, or you can try to. All right, I hope to see you guys on the team if you feel like playing. If not, come by and cheer us on. Give us a hooray. Bye, everybody.